Welcome to Common Fitting Adjustments for the Tabula Rasa Knit Tee and Tunic pattern from Fit for Art Patterns. Here at Fit for Art, we are determined to help you get patterns that fit. Our core patterns are the perfect way to start, and we offer these video tutorials to help you get the adjustments you need so that your pattern fits over your individual curves. We know that good pattern work is essential to keep you sewing patterns over and over. If you do your work on your pattern neatly and cleanly on a surface with the tools that you need, you will have a pattern that will serve you well time and time again as you sew more and more tabula rasa knit tops and use our variation patterns, which give you a variety of design options to add to your basic core fitted pattern. So this first video will show you how to do the round back adjustment on a knit pattern. It's a little different than the way you do a round back adjustment on a woven pattern. For instance, if you've done one on our tabula rasa jacket, you will use a little bit different technique on this because we don't want to have a dart in the neck edge like we do on the jacket. So if you have a problem with your garments riding up in the back or they feel tight across the shoulders, this is a great adjustment for you to use. Follow along this step-by-step video and try it for yourself, hopefully for an improved fit on your tabula rasa knit tops. Hi, I'm going to do a round back adjustment in a knit top today, and I have traced off the back pattern of the tabula rasa knit top in the size 3XL, and I'm going to walk you through the steps of doing the round back. So you will have a master pattern that will reflect the round back adjustment if you need it. I'm going to flip this pattern this way so I can do the work in a way that's easy for me, and I'm pretty sure you can see the whole pattern now. So I've drawn a line here. It's about 6 inches down from the neckline, and that's a good place to put a round back adjustment, maybe a little higher if your rounded back is a little bit located high on your back. This is about the place that I would do my own, and I've drawn that line all the way across, and I'm going to mark my 5/8 inch seam line over here because I'm going to cut to that line and then cut a hinge on the other side of that line. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut all the way across this horizontal balance line that I've created on the pattern. I'm going to flip it around here real quick and cut a hinge so that the pattern will not be altered along the seam line, but will be altered in the places that I need it. Okay, now the first step is to actually put some paper in so you can add the wedge that will give you the room you need for the round back. And I'm going to tape it on one side first, pretty smoothly. When you do pattern work, you want to do it really smoothly on a very clean flat surface, and you want to use small pieces of tape, and you only want to tape one side at a time. That gives you so much more control in the way you do the work. Okay, now I use a 1/2 inch round back, so we're going to measure a 1/2 inch here at the opening so that the wedge reflects the amount of space that we need. And then I'm going to pull this down and make sure it's smooth. Sometimes you have to walk it over the tape you've put there. And it is in fact smooth. And so now I'm going to start at the narrow end and tape this down also. So just real easy. Again, keeping everything flat on the surface, even, balanced. That's how you want your pattern work to be. Okay, so we've done the first step here. We have created the wedge that gives you the room you need for the round back. Now, by doing that, we have made two alterations to the pattern that we cannot maintain. So one is that we have changed the angle of the fold line. And you see here, if I set my ruler along the fold line, it veers off above the wedge that we put in, which is logical. And so we're going to just re-establish the fold line. So I am literally going to lay my ruler here along the fold line, and then I'm going to come up from there and create a new fold line that is in fact on the grain. That's a straight line. And likewise, I'm going to correct the grain line, because I've also now thrown the grain line off. We generally don't use a grain line in knits, but if you were working on doing some piecing or something, that's why we have the grain line on our knit pattern, you would want to make sure that that was running parallel to the fold line. And so now we have that fold line corrected. Now, the next thing we have to do is close up that neckline, because we have added almost 3/8 of an inch here into the neckline, which is going to make it too large. By giving ourselves the space we need here, we've made it too big in the neck too, and we don't need that extra space in the neck. We only need it here in the center of the pattern. So we're going to tape some paper on here, and normally if you've done the round back adjustment with Fit for Art on the jacket, you know that what we do is we take this amount and we turn it into a little dart right here in the neck edge, and that works really well on wovens. But on knits, a dart in the neck edge would be really obvious and unusual, and it's not really what we want to have happen. So we are going to measure our amount. I'm pretty sure it's 3/8, and yes, it is. And we're going to come here in the neck at the shoulder line and measure in our 3/8 and put a mark, and we're going to extend the shoulder line there to reflect the new placement of the neck edge. And I'm actually going to take my curved ruler, my Fit for Art Patterns curved ruler, and I'm going to lay it here and make myself a new neckline that runs pretty much parallel to the old one, but gives me the space I need. So here you see we have a new neckline that is the size of the previous neckline. It's going to fit your body better in the neck while still giving you the space you need here in the center back. Now we have one more adjustment we have to make, and that is, now that we have added here, we have actually made the shoulder line too long, right? So we need to adjust the shoulder line, that same 3/8. We're going to measure in that same 3/8, and we're going to then create a line that is going to narrow that shoulder over there on the side on your shoulder, so that again all of the parts of the pattern will line up when you are ready to sew. And this is just going to take one little quick new line right here. And now your shoulder line and your neck line are all the same as they were in your original pattern. You've adjusted for your round back, given yourself some extra fullness here, and we have corrected the lines that became out of joint. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this video on adding a round back adjustment, upper round back adjustment, to your Tabula Rasa knit, tee, and tunic pattern. If this adjustment is useful to you, you will be so glad you added it in, and your knits will hang much better and feel much more comfortable as you wear them. The tools that we use to demo this demonstration, the two rulers, the basic 18-inch with 1/8 inch increment ruler, and the Fit for Art curved ruler, are both available on our website, as are full pattern paper rolls which are also very useful if you start doing a lot of pattern adjustments or using our variation patterns to add diversity to your knit wardrobe. So we hope that you will get the fit you need using this series of videos, and then you will happily sew many Tabula Rasa knit tee and tunics and other knit tops going forward. On behalf of Fit for Art, thanks for watching and happy sewing.